Oh yeah, this is going to be a DVD and Blu-ray update. I got a fair number of titles to show. First up, there's a couple of DVDs. First one is Busting, Velvet Golden, Robert Blake. It's buddy cop drama with kind of comedic elements. Really, really good. Gold and Blake really play off one another. It's a really good film. Really, really recommend it. Pick up another kind of buddy cop one. This is really, really good. This is Freebie in the Beam with James Caan and Alan Arkin. Really, really good film. Some good set pieces in this. Culminating in James Caan fighting a martial arts expert transvestite in the toilets. I think it's during a baseball game. Was it a football game? American football game? I'm not sure. I think it could be a baseball game. It's a really, really good film. I really recommend it. Good one. And last DVD I picked up, I think this is the only English friendly release. It comes with English subs. It's Borsalino with Alain Delon and John Paul Belmondo. This film is so stylish. The suits, particularly Delon, what he wears in this is just fantastic. They play two up and coming hoods in Marseille, and eventually there shows their rise to power. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. And I also picked up the sequel, Borsalino and Coast on Blu-ray transfer. This is absolutely beautiful. Kind of Shakespearean in tone, really, with like the fall of Alain Delon's character and his eventual rise back up to reclaim his power. It's brilliant. It's a lot more savage than the first film. Some real good set pieces as well, including this comedian blowing up on stage. It's really good. Delon going up against Italian fascist element. It's really, really good. I also picked up Desert of the Tartars. This is an anti-war film. I've heard a lot about. It's fictitious, the campaign. I think it was filmed in Iran, or Iraq. Just kind of comments on like just anti-war and comments on anti-colonialism as well. I hear good things. I look forward to checking that out. I picked this is the Italian release of Blue Max. I'm not willing to kind of pay the price Twilight Time have. I pick up the odd Twilight Time release, when I can, but I'm not picking up for every single release. And I hear the print from this is absolutely fine. So yeah, real good Aviation World War I film. This film is absolutely brilliant. From Shout, The Eagle Has Landed. Classic war film. Michael Caine plays a disgraced paratrooper. Well, not really disgraced in the sense that he stood up to the SS. And his band are sent disguised as Polish paratroopers in an effort to kidnap Winston Churchill. It's absolutely brilliant. Transfer on this is absolutely fantastic as well. It's a brilliant film. No one's ever seen it. If you haven't seen it, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. Definitely check that out. Another war film. This is really, really anti-war, really nihilistic. It's King and Country, Dirk Bogarde and Tom Courtenay. I've never seen this film. I hear it's absolutely brilliant, though. Yeah, good film to watch, considering the centenary of World War One. Now this is The Wind and the Lion. I think Sean Connery's absolutely fantastic in this. He plays a Berber leader, I think. Kidnaps Candice Bergen's character. She's an American citizen in Morocco. And the film, the real social commentary on, the evils of colonialism. Brian Keith's brilliant as Roosevelt. Always loved the bit in this when he's on the train, he's giving a speech. I'm not sure where the speech is. He's got two Native Americans either side to him, and he says a line where the United States don't declare war on women and children. You just see the two Native Americans just looking at each other. It's a brilliant film. Sean Connery's fantastic in it. It's well worth seeing. Print as well is fantastic on this. It's a really good film. Michael Caine film that I've never seen, and I've always wanted to check it out. It's a Cold War thriller. If Chris Fall co-stars Nigel Green, who died way too young. There's a fair number of special features on this as well. Yeah, I hear Michael Caine's really good as Harry Palmer in that, and yeah, look forward to checking that one out. I picked up an Eastwood film I've never seen, set in New Orleans, Tightrope, going after a serial killer. I want to pick up the Eastwood box set as well when I can. I'll probably pick that up probably by the next update, but I hear this is pretty good. And this film, this double pack, I haven't watched the Domino Principle yet, but what I have watched is the Cassandra Crossing. Cassandra Crossing's fantastic. You got a real good cast in that. You got Burt Lancaster, Richard Harris, Martin Sheen, amongst others. A deadly virus is spread on a train in Europe. Richard Harris plays a doctor in this. Yeah, he tries to battle the illness breaking out, but soldiers are put on the train to stop anyone getting off the train, and it leads to some really funny set pieces. Martin Sheen, very memorable demise in this, but nothing will beat Lee Strasberg's demise. Oh God, I was laughing so much. The ending is absolutely fantastic. If you want to see dummies, brutal deaths, the ending is fantastic. Real, almost like the Tower Inferno bit. If you've seen the film, you know what I mean with the his name completely escapes me at the moment. It'll probably come back to me, but the scene in that which going from tower to tower with the dummies, there's a lot of dummy action at the end of Cassandra Crossing. It's Richard Chamberlain's character, sorry, and Tower Inferno. It's really good. I picked up 2 Criterions. It's a real classic by Stanley Kramer. It's a Mad Bad Mad World. Comes with the full, I think it's 197-minute extended version. Those scenes, some lack audio and are only subtitled because they find it from various elements. But yeah, it's a bit indulgent. Yeah, it's 3 hours plus, but it's fantastic. The ending is so memorable. It's a really good one. This is laden with extras, as most Criterion releases are, but this is brilliant. Well worth seeing if you haven't. And I also picked up a film that I've never seen. Peter Weir, Picnic at Hanging Rock. Also comes with the book as well by Joan Lindsay, about a group of young Australian women that go missing in early 1900s Australia after the St Valentine's Day outing. Here it's really atmospheric, quite trippy in places. But yeah, that's a beautiful release by Criterion. Right, I picked up these are a few kind of standard ones, just kind of the horror pile. Picked up Nosferatu by F.W. Murnau, by Eureka. It's a lovely steelbook. It's a great film. Max Schreck is great as Count Orlok. You know, it's a miracle this film is on Blu-ray. I mean, miracle it's out there at all. Had real trouble with the Stoker estate. This film that wanted to basically had a lot of copies destroyed of the film, most copies, and I think one survived. I think it was Stoker's widow that had a particular problem with it, from what I remember. But it's a classic film. The Count Orlok character is just so timeless. You know, influenced if the Mr. Barlow in Salem's lot, no doubt about it. But it's a great film, real brilliant silent film. I picked up from Kino Bay of Blood, Mara Bava, just classic slasher film. Really good. Kino got some good ones coming up as well. September particularly is for most Blu-rays, it's a real busy time. I'll have to put away a few of the pennies for that one because September is really busy. I picked up the 7th release of Horror Express, really good one. Neanderthal creature gets unleashed on I think it's going from China to Russia. Lee and Cushion are great. Taste of Alice turns up as a Cossack Lena for a few minutes. Yeah, cashes the role in. There he is. The guy plays the priest in this is very good. His line of "this train stinks of hell," that always stays with me. Real good transfer as well, considering the public domain of Horror Express. Really good one. I picked up 2 really good vampire films, both from Synapse. First up is Vampire Circus. Really good one. Really enjoyed it. Again, laden with extras. Like the end of this one as well. Love the squib as well when David Prowse gets killed in this. Really, he gets shot in the back. Yeah, he dies actually a bit shitty. And Prowse does. I was hoping he'd take out a few more of the villagers, but he doesn't, which is a bit of a shame. Sorry if that spoils anything. Twins of Evil. Now this is just an absolute classic. Cushion is so great in this film. The most absurd lines he's given, but he just brings such gravitas to the role. Really enjoy the role. The guy who plays the character is Damien Thomas. I know him from Shogun. He's really good. Absolutely one of my favourite decapitations of all time is in this one, near the end of the film. I won't spoil it, but it's great. It's really, truly a brilliant horror film. I think it's one of the best of the 70s. Truly, it's a fantastic film, and there's so many good 70s films as well. Now, this is the first. I think this was on a Region 2 release. Shitty quality. I think it did have a Region 1 release on like an 8-pack. I don't know if it did. This is Curtains from Synapse release, and it's great to see this finally released. The transfer is absolutely stunning. Really, really good slasher, definitely in the upper tier. I really enjoyed it. It's not the most bloodiest, but the storyline is really good. I thought John Vernon is fantastic in this. He's a real good actor, from Josie Wales and Point Blank. Yeah, really good one. Really enjoyed this. Thought it was a good film. Picked up 2 Scream Factories as well. Deadly Eyes. If you like your dogs dressed as giant rats, then you'll be entertained. It's a real good animal attack film, based, I think, loosely on the James Herbert novel, I think. Yeah, really enjoyed that one. One nice print on it as well. Now, this is Without Warning. I had the DVD release of this, the German DVD release. Absolute brilliant film. Really, really good. You can see the influence on Predator, not just with Kevin Peter Hall, who played Predator, plays the alien in this. By the way, the alien, it doesn't do it justice. The costume is really good. That makes it look a bit shitty. But the alien coming to Earth and hunting people for sport, really, really good. Brilliant film. I think half the budget went on Martin Landau and Jack Palance's characters, but it's all worth it because they are just absolutely brilliant. Really good. Good support as well from Neville Brand and Cameron Mitchell. Really good film. I'd really recommend this. It's a great film. That cover art is timeless. Comes with I don't like shouting as well. Moods mentioned that the other day, having a little thing on. I don't know why they started doing that. Has the reverse cover art. That's kind of shit. I won't be changing to that. That's just classic. Just stick with that. Look at that. I mean, that you can't beat that at all. It's a brilliant film. Can't recommend it high enough. Right, I picked. Oh, there's a few more now. I picked up Kim Chi Steelbook of Rush. Really great lenticular cover. Great film, man. I really, not my cup of tea really, I thought, but thought it was really, really good. Really good film. Really enjoyed it. A little bit sad, slightly, but when it comes to the racing, and I thought the James Hunt characters, Nicky Lauda, I thought they portrayed really, really well. Really good film. Really enjoyed that. Now this was picked up 2 kind of good American. I'm not sure about the second one being as independent, but this one is definitely really good independent cinema. Blue Ruin. Definitely justifies the hype. Young guy, homeless, or eating out of bins, doing what he can, lives in his car. Finds out that the killer of his parents has been released. Finds him, kills him, fucking brutally, really brutal. The violence in this, really old-fashioned, is very, very strong when it does arrive. And then he is on the run basically from the guy's family. Absolutely fantastic film. The acting is fantastic. The guy from Home Alone, the guy played Macaulay Culkin's brother with the spider, he's in this. Plays ex-Marine, I think ex-Marine. He helps him out when he can. He's far from like the heroic figure in this. It gets desperate in this. It's a great film. Fully justifies the hype. It's fantastic. Another film I picked up, Nicolas Cage in Joe, Ty Sheridan. Cage plays ex-con, heads this group of workmen, all black workmen. They poison trees, so those trees get pulled down and new ones get planted. Comes across this young lad who's got a broken family. His father, played by that guy, true piece of shit, just alcoholic, drunken bastard who beats his wife and beats his kids, fucking scumbag. and he does what he can for the kid, and it just plays out. It's absolutely just brilliant film. Cage really, he gets laughed at in recent years, some of his choices, but he's brilliant in this film. He's really good, really nails the role, does himself proud, as Ty Sheridan. The guy who plays the dad, because they use a lot of non-actors in this, he is absolutely fantastic. He died, I think, a month after this was released from alcoholism, but it's a great film. Again, yeah, if you probably suffered, people have any history of, say, domestic violence, probably might be a bit close to the bone, so it might not be for everybody, but I thought it was brilliant. It was truly magnificent film. Right, I picked up a few more now. There's not more to go now. I picked up On the Job. As a Philippines film. Two guys going after assassins who get released from jail temporarily and put back in, so there's not much evidence against them. Here, this is really good. Wanted to check this out for a while. And I picked up a Johnny To. I love Johnny To. His films never fail to disappoint, most of them anyway. This is drug war, just unbelievable film. Plays off as a kind of your normal, really good thriller, but the last 15-20 minutes just goes insane. If you become attached to any characters, the advice is don't, because it just goes balls to the wall. Absolute, just classic, almost 80s-esque Hong Kong, just mentalness, early 90s, late 80s. It's just brilliant. Johnny To has so many good films. Exiled, both election films. This. And others I enjoy, but this is absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyed that. Right, this is some director of The Host and Memories of Murder. It's a Snowpiercer set in the future. The world's gone to shit, and these passengers can't leave this train due to massive climate change. You've kind of got the rear of the train. Basically, a lot of the downtrodden, and in the upper classes, basically, control them via various means until a revolt occurs. Thought Chris Evans was really good in this, as is, to be honest, most of the cast. The cast is very good. I thought, Ed Harris was fantastic, as was John Hurt. Tilda Swinton as well. She plays almost like a demented Maggie Thatcher type impersonation. But it's really good. There's certain things in this you would definitely not get in American film. The director's very brave, very surreal moments, such as during that fight as well, when Chris Evans slips on a fish. Just really strange elements to it. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Some bits you're probably thinking, I'm not sure if that'll work, but it comes to. It's definitely a good solid 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the film. Now, the last two films I'm thinking of, right. I watched the first one. I'm a massive fan of action films. Probably seen too many action films, too many. And sometimes when films, the hype, they say this is the best action film, and I'm like, go easy. But I really enjoyed the first film. Now this is a Ray 2. Now it goes on 150 minutes. I've heard some people complain about the time. I found the time just breezed by. I thought it was absolutely fucking amazing. The violence was just wonderful. The prison fight just had me just fucking jaw dropping. The car sequence as well was fantastic. The only problem I had was a 5-minute spell when they introduced Hammer Girl and Baseball Bat Boy. I thought those were just. I thought it changed the whole nature of the film for about 5 minutes or so. Give it this comedic kind of thing. I thought it was not a good idea. The only solace was that those characters got, they're just desserts near the end of the film. But I'm not going to let a 5-minute spell ruin a damn near 145 minutes of just absolute sheer brilliance. The fight was fantastic. Good to see Mad Dog back from the first film in another role. The ending was just good old-fashioned arm breaks, leg breaks, throat tears, neck breaks. People just dumb. And not saying we didn't get many dummy uses, but really, selective use of CGI. Great film. Fucking amazing. Brilliant. Really good. Now the last one, it's another Steelbook. It's a Japanese remake of Unforgiven with Ken Watanabe. Little bit different to these for filming story. Ken Watanabe's on the shogunate side during, I think, the Boshin War. Flees to Hokkaido in the far north of Japan. and lives out his life with his 2 children. He marries an Anu woman, the original inhabitants of part of Japan, more darker skinned than the more as we know them. Japanese people of today. It's still a sizable population in Hokkaido and other parts of Japan. But it's a brilliant film. I really love the Anu subplot in this, very similar to the Native American plight in the United States. It's such a brilliant film. I enjoyed it more than the Eastwood film. The finale was just absolutely fantastic. It was brilliant. And now I really enjoy the Eastwood film, but I honestly believe this was better. I really do. It's fantastic. It's just the way, it's a sloppy fight near the end. Eastwood is more, the badass. And as much as I enjoyed that, it's really, really sloppy. The rustic katana and just how desperate the fighting is. It's brilliant. And I think the ending, in a way, is much more realistic, the way I found it to be. But it's brilliant. Well worth seeing. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of the update. That was a bit of a big update. I think I got it done in a fairly decent time. Yeah. So thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, and I'll be back with another video probably next month or so. So cheers.